Friends and family, team and fans from around the entire world. I just made over $20,000 on one trade, which is about 10 R's. And I want to show you exactly how I did it. I want to walk you step by step through my thought process, through the analysis, so that you can replicate this in the future. I know this stock is going to go higher in the future and I want you to benefit from its movements. Watch this entire video so you can see exactly how I did it and how I'm going to use it in the future. Roblox. All right, type in a 10 if Roblox is changing your life a little bit.
Roblox, ripping after hours, just crushing earnings.
Roblox. All right, type in a 10 if Roblox is changing your life a little bit. 30% up right now, gapping into a previous all-time high. Now, I think all of you probably know and understand how to trade Roblox. It's been an accumulation strategy, the most obvious, simplistic, basic, easy. If you have kids, you better have been buying Roblox on down days. Even if it was 2 shares at a time, which is approximately what I've been doing really ever since July. If it had a down day, I bought some shares. I'm not in a lot of shares. That's why I didn't type in a 10. Roblox isn't changing my life, but I'll type in a 10.3 because it's gonna be changing Gabe's life when he comes back to the house and realizes that Roblox are up a bunch. So all my Roblox shares are in his account. Great job, Gabe. He's crushing it, and I hope you guys are doing well as well. This gap is amazing. I don't think it's a gap this gap might not ever fill, ladies and gentlemen. It might not ever fill. It'll fill a partial, so it might gap up in here, maybe pull back down to like 90, and then from there, it's just off to the races. This is a very, very, very strong breakaway gap. Incredible, huge, powerful, delicious, brilliant, beautiful, absolutely outstanding. And I do expect Roblox to go higher from here in the interim. So if you are, again, not sure how to play Roblox, accumulate some shares, even if it's 3 or 4 at a time, just buy it, own it, be in it. It's gonna go higher. Great gap on Roblox.
Roblox, ripping after hours, just crushing earnings, 102% year over year revenue growth, monthly and daily active users were up pretty nicely. And yeah, awesome for Roblox. So I had got in over here literally on the IPO day, sold at 100, started buying and accumulating throughout all this. My last buy or accumulation was right down here at 70. So I do have a little over 100 shares. I don't think that this gap fills all the way down to here. Like, I think we could end up, maybe we fade a little bit and eventually come down here and then retest and go higher. Or we just retest maybe into like 90 and then go higher. But I think all roads are going to lead to higher on Roblox. They crush this earnings.
Fantastic, my friends. Easy, squeezy, lemon peasy. Let's now walk through the precise setups that I had and the analysis and strategy that I used to make over $10,000 on this particular trade. So first and foremost, we had the gap. Gap is life. It's all about that momentum. And to keep it very simple, coming back, here was the day of the candle. Huge volume, huge close, huge gap. Everything is amazing, immaculate, incredible, fantastic, and wonderful. So what do we do? Well, create an entry to buy. Where do we buy? This resistance. So Jeremy, how do you know it's gonna pull back into that resistance and bounce? I don't, but here's what I can say. The trend at this point is guaranteed bullish. Right? Remember the analysis that I talked about? Both myself and Robert said it's going to go higher. Well, that's experience. We know that months and months and months of traders are trapped. We know it was really good earnings. We know that a lot of kids use this platform and they had really good earnings. Strong gap, strong close, all resistance. So do we know for sure it's going to bounce? No. But over time, we know that it's likely going to go higher. The odds are extremely in our favor. So what I did in this particular trade is set up what's referred to as a pyramid. So a pyramid meaning I'm gonna get into my position and it looks a little bit like this. This is gonna be my entry at 100. I'm gonna start buying more as we go lower, ultimately all the way down to about 85. So the very next day, boom, buy into weakness. That pullback, yes, although it looks a little bit scary, that was the day that I bought hundreds of shares on Roblox. And I also bought some call options. I was buying the $80 January 2023 call options, nice and far and deep in the money, and I was buying it on a pullback, buying into weakness, already able to see all the information that took place. All right, the next day, bang, Cute little high wave candle, nothing crazy, nothing special. This candle says to me, all right, we could break in either direction. We could break down or we could break up, but it's definitely an indecision candle. It has a little bit of an upper shadow, a little bit of a lower shadow, but one thing I know for sure, the trend is already bullish. And then, pooh, huge close. Look at this candle. So notice the volume. This bullish volume took out all of this bear volume. All of these bears are smoked. Absolutely Patrick Swayze Roadhouse. They are trapped and they have to buy to cover. So what I do, and this is a big takeaway from this video, my friends, the big takeaway from this video, is I only had 2 levels of my pyramid filled. I didn't have this one and I didn't have this one. So what I did is now I can obviously clearly see that Roblox is going to go higher. I repositioned some of the money, right, from down here, and I was gonna put hundreds of thousands of dollars into Roblox stock. I was gonna reposition $20,000 that was sitting down here in dry buying power, ready to go. And I set up a limit buy off of the high of this bear candle, and I set a limit buy off of the high wave candle. So I had a limit buy of about 104.50, and I had a limit buy of 150. So I had 2 additional limit buys, still having money down here and still having some money down here, just in case. But what this was doing was taking the candles, taking the analysis, taking the obvious trend that's already right in front of our face and repositioning it. Also on this day, the shares that I did buy, I did a covered call. I did a covered call for November, this Friday at 105 and this Friday at 120 on this particular day. Next candle, high wave candle, a lot of indecision, right? Nice resistance. And again, you'll actually see the low of this candle was 103.82. So the low of this candle did retest the high of this bear candle. Far too many traders will concern themselves with, what if this happens? Yeah, what if it does, right? Plan for it. It could, it might, it should. What if it does? Great. I still have buying orders ready. But Jeremy, that means that you bought here and here and you're losing on the trade. Absolutely. My plan was for this to go higher and I was willing to give it time, right? The option that I bought was January 2023, $80 call, and I was buying shares. Shares don't expire. So I was willing to wait. I was willing to be patient. You had so much perfection on this particular trade, and both myself and Robert called it out before market open on November 9th. So I already had my analysis. I already had my plan. The one thing I did not do that I should have done is add more on the all-time high breakout. I should have bought some more shares and some more calls there. I did not. So nice little breakout, and this is present day. So what I'm gonna do on Roblox from here, so that you're all familiar, is number one, I'm gonna be repositioning my dry buying power that's sitting down here. I'm gonna increase that up and start using that for the next limit buy, number one. Number two, I'm gonna be getting called away on about 400 shares on Roblox. I get 200 shares at 105 and 200 shares at 120, most likely this Friday, so that's in 2 days from now. When I get called away, I will make well over 10 grand. What I'm gonna do is take that profit and reposition that profit into longer out of the money call options. These are gonna be leaps on a pullback. I'll be getting into those leaps, most likely 140 January 2023. I will use this profit to buy my leaps. And then if Roblox goes higher, fantastic. If it goes lower over the next year and Roblox just absolutely tanks and just crushes and goes lower and lower and goes all the way down to 50, then yes, I will lose on those call options. I will probably end up losing 100% of the invested value. But the invested value at this point on those call options will be sheer profit that I used from shares, that I used from a very, very easy strategy. Gap and go, pull back into old resistance, new support, buying shares, selling them at a higher price. So I'm gonna use this profit to buy my out of the money leaps. I will reposition my lower pyramids a little bit higher, and I will continue riding Roblox up as time progresses. This is just the very, very first trade of me making well over $10,000 on Roblox. There will be many, many more of these trades in the future. And I want to share this with you because this analysis, ladies and gentlemen, not only is worth a lot of money, but you can use this methodology, this tactical approach, this analysis to realize one thing. This is one of the few trades that I've made in November. This trade right here was one of the very few trades that I have made in November. You don't need a lot. What you need is movement. You need gaps, you need momentum, you need a gorgeous chart, and you need excitement. And you need to trade companies where you know exactly how they make money, you use them, and you understand their products. This was a fantastic trade, and I really hope that you're able to take advantage of the next move that's coming on Roblox in the future as we go up to about 160 in the next 5 months. Thanks so much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. You rock. Bye.